Welcome aboard, everybody. I'll be your pilot wannabe for today's flight. I'm gonna try so hard to keep this a short one today, but because I don't actually have a whole lot of time in real life. But you know, I've never managed to really keep it a short one. So, but we're doing another leg of the lower 48 capital cities tour. Let's see, what is it? Lake 12? Yeah, Lake 12. It's New Jersey to Delaware this time. It's supposed to be only 35 or 36 minutes in the air, but we'll look at it on Sky Vector in just a moment. See you there. All right, Sky Vector. The bulk of the flight is going to be very close to Pittsburgh within the class Bravo airspace. So I'm just going to fly really low, like 2,500 feet. Both airports are low, like we're starting out at like 212 feet or something like that, I think. Yeah, 212 feet, starting out from Trenton at Mercer Airport. And I think it's only 55 feet at the Delaware Airport. Yeah, 55 feet. So just one waypoint along the way of UR, VCN, Victor Charlie November. But yeah, the shelf out here, the lower part of the shelf is 3,000 feet, 4,000 feet there. And then this shelf is 3,500 feet. So yeah, actually I could fly at 3,000 feet. Let's fly at 3,000. Yeah, I had that set up for 3,000. So we'll go up to 3,000 feet, try and stay under the shelf. I'm not sure this is legit. Probably not legit. In real life, I would just make it a IFR flight. You know, get a flight, an official flight where they're monitoring my location the whole way, since it's a Class Bravo airspace. You know, that or I'd just fly out further around it. Who knows? Anyway, not much to see there. We're gonna try to get this thing rolling. So I'll see you back on the ground and we'll talk about the plane. Okay, we've got a Beechcraft Bonanza 33. What is it? Is it F33? I'm trying to remember here. It's, yeah, F33. It's very similar to the V-tail, which is one of my favorites. And I don't know, I'm almost wondering if it's maybe isn't a little bit superfluous to have both of them. Especially if you like me and you really like the looks of the V-tail. Let's remember to take this off this time. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else I need to take off. But this one's from Carenado, so it looks really nice and it's easy to operate. Not very heavy on the system's depth, so there's that. Which the V-tail in the sim is the same way. They modeled under the hood here, under the engine cover, which is nice. And oh yeah, I forgot. I could have showed you. You can even check the oil, but we're trying to be in a hurry here. So whoa, stuffed me under the wing. I got too close to the wing. So you can actually grab a hold of the stuff and move it, which is fun. All of the stuff can be moved, which is cool. Oh, guess I gotta get closer to the rudder. Yep, and you can open the baggage door, or cargo door, as the case may be. Yep, fun. Alright, and of course when you trigger opening the door, then you just get inside. Right over the co-pilot's lap, I guess. I'd like to not see the co-pilot. I'd like to set it up where I'm not seeing the co-pilot, but c'est la vie. I took this just to make sure it worked and got all my settings working. I took it for one time around the pattern. earlier today, and there was some weird stuff going on. But we're gonna jump into this. Well, actually, we'll find out if the same weird stuff's going on. The typical buttons on my honeycomb equipment, for some reason, were not registering. And then by the end of the flight, when I was shutting down, they were registering. So I don't know what the story was there. But let's see. First of all, parking brake. Okay. Yeah, parking brake working. Is that the cowl flap? Yes, cowl flap pull open. I had closed the cowl flap when I had parked it, but it doesn't have state saving apparently. But we want the cowl flap open. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna have to move the whole yoke thing here. That's working. That's working. And that is working. Fantastic. The fuel pump switch was never working. I couldn't get the fuel pump switch to work. Yeah, still not working, which that really sucks that the fuel pump switch isn't working, because check it out. I'm up here like this. Here's the fuel pump switch. I want to turn it on when I'm getting ready to land, right? But if I have this here, there's no way. Oh, I guess I can barely get it under there. I can duck under and get it. But I really wish the switch worked. Jeez. And then for whatever reason, the nav light switch wasn't working. But now it is working. And the avionics switch wasn't working. It's back to not working. Yeah, the avionics switch worked once. I don't know why it's not working now. Yep, not working now. Oh boy. Okay, well, the main battery switch works, and the beacon light switch works, so there's that. Turn on the generator also. We'll go ahead and, like I said, we're doing this fast, so. In fact, I'm going to run these people over. I was going to move the plane like what's that called? Skew mode or whatever. But, c'est la vie. We're just going to hit the road. Oh, I should have filled it up on fuel too. Stand by. Let me turn that off. Fuel, 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 fuel. Let's have some fuel. Why not fill it? It really doesn't matter. We're not going to figure anything else out. Load an aircraft, and then we're going to be done with that. And we need to pick a tank. So there we go. Now let's try that again. Okay, I'm cracking the throttle. Turning the key. And starting the engine. And it's alive. Turning the fuel pump off. Try the... Oh, it worked that time. The avionics switch worked that time. Why on earth would it work sometimes and not other times? What a bunch of crap. Anyway. Okay. This is very much like the V-tail. There's a few differences. I feel like there's a few differences. It's been a while since I flew the V-tail. I'm not sure if it's functional in 2024 at the moment. Let's see. We want to go to 3,000 feet even, which is, you know, not legit on a VFR, but hey, it's a simulator. I don't care. Is it cold outside right now? I have the live weather up, but not the time. Oh no, it's quite warm actually. A lot warmer here than it is at my house. Let's see. What else do we want to do? Oh, well, I gotta punch in our route, don't I? I'll have to wait until these warm up, so. Wait until those warm up. Let's see, standby. I guess we'll pretend it's still an IFR flight, and sure, that can be our squawk code, 1234. That makes sense. Why not? why not? Let's lean the mixture for taxiing, even though it's a Carenado plane, it's not going to foul the spark plugs. I think it was runway 24 I was wanting to take off at here. Well, while the GPS fires up, let's take a look-see. See if we see a windsock around here somewhere. There's one. No, the wind is totally... I don't know. It's fairly flaccid, I'd say. Why don't we just go ahead and take off on 24 because it's close anyway, and we're trying to be fast. So, yeah, because when I looked at the real world weather for here, the wind was at like 240 at 3 knots. So that didn't look like 240 to me. Okay, I will pause the recording while I hammer in the flight plan here real quick. So, see you guys in a minute. Okay, that was easy. Let's see. Looks like, yeah, things are all warmed up. They were probably warmed up pretty much instantly. So, we are going to turn on the nav light, which works this time, and the taxi light. I'm going to turn on the pitot heat, probably. Well, I don't know. It's pretty warm out. Maybe I'll turn it off when we take off. I'll try to watch the thermometer, and we'll see. I would like to put this on gallons used, but I don't actually know how. Okay, we're not going to spend a lot of time. We're going to give it a little bit of nose up trim before takeoff because she didn't seem to want to get off the ground so easy earlier. See the flaps working. I think you're supposed to do a no flap takeoff in this, considering the middle notch is labeled approach, not takeoff. I don't know. I'm not going to take the time to look right now. Whoa, that wasn't right. Yeah, that's not right. Why is it doing that? Let's push the button again. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to shred these guys and take off. Okay. Releasing the parking brake. Give it a little juice. And a lot of left rudder. And cut these people to ribbons. Get blood all over the windshield. Good stuff. Yeah, I just got this plane today, didn't look up anything on it, didn't refresh my memory on anything with the VTAL. What was it, 35B is the VTAL? Yeah, nothing. So, just totally winging a prayer on this one. We'll do a quick run up, even though nothing will be wrong with our magic Carenado airplane. Pressing the parking brake again. Going full on the mixture. Let's try 1800 RPMs. Okay, 1800 RPMs. Everything seems hunky-dory. Is there a amps? Yeah, there's amps. Okay. We're gonna do mag check. Yep, that definitely took a bunch of RPMs out of it. Okay, and we're gonna cycle the prop. One time. 2 times. And then I'm going to cycle the prop a 3rd time and see if I can get it to hold around 1500. Seems to be holding. Okay. And make sure that the engine idles. Okay. Set the transponder to altitude reporting. Going to turn on the landing lights, turn off the taxi lights, turn on the strobe lights. And let's see, cow flaps open, flaps are up. Yep. Oh, let's try one more time to flip the switch for the fuel pump. Yeah, nothing. That's very disappointing. It's hard to grab it with the mouse, especially when you're flying. Okay. Parking brake off. Red and blue are all the way forward. Hitting the throttle. Just gonna turn on the runway and give it the gun. Alright, full throttle. Giving a lot of right rudder to keep it going straight. Getting light. I don't know what the rotate speed is. Maybe 80? Maybe 85? Sure. We're off the ground, so. Tapping the brake. Raising the landing gear. Double checking that the flaps are up. I can't see the flap switch anyway. Oh yeah, the fuel pump. Let's see. There, turn the fuel pump off. Nice. Getting squirrely. I'm going to turn onto course here. Yeah, it seems a little buffety windy here. A little buffety windy. Oh, when I took the plane up for just once around the pattern, I didn't try the autopilot. See, not quite up to 1,000 feet yet. I should go ahead and back off to the top of the green on the manifold pressure and the RPMs. There we go. Kind of hard to see the magenta line over here. Just going to hand fly it just a little bit longer and then put it on autopilot. I screwed that up. I wonder if this will work right. I wasn't even looking at that. I was looking at the magenta. The magenta. Yeah. I'm gonna turn on course. Okay, we're gonna put the autopilot on and check out the plane. I am climbing much too aggressively, I'd say. Okay, let's try the autopilot. Pilot, let's try nav. Yeah, that seems happy. What about vertical speed? I have control of the vertical speed. This is the kind of autopilot that would give me control of the vertical speed. Yeah, wasn't doing it with my switches though. My buttons on the honeycomb Bravo. Okay. Yeah. Kind of pretty here, except for where it's still drawing in behind me there. All right, I'm headed for 3,000. Hopefully we didn't have to like hit the arm button. It looks like it's going to capture the altitude. Maybe I should get ready to hit the altitude button in case it doesn't. Getting close. Will it or won't it? It's not. No, hit the altitude button. Yeah, I must have had to hit arm on this. Never know on these blasted things. Oh wait, that's only 2,000 feet. I'm an idiot. So stupid. Okay, where's the vertical speed? I guess it's just when you do this, maybe? No? Oh, wait, there it is. Vertical speed. Okay, back to climbing again. Let's climb at 600. In fact, let's climb at 700. Now it doesn't say alt. Arm? Arm? No? All right, I guess we'll have to watch it. Oh, what about yaw damper? Yaw damper? I can't tell if the yaw damper's on or off. On now. See, I feel like I have a switch for that. A button, I should say. Is it this one? Yeah. Nice. Yaw damper. I don't think it's working based on the way the plane's jerking around. But yeah, got it. Oh, landing lights off. Probably be a good thing. And is it chilly enough for, nowhere near cold enough to need the pitot heat. Okay. Let's get ready here to capture the altitude. If it doesn't do it itself. If it doesn't do it for me. I think it's going to capture. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. It captured. Hot damn. Alright. Let's get the engine set up. Let's see. I don't know anything about it, so we're going to do 23. There's 24 psi on the manifold pressure. There's 23. We'll go for 2300 RPMs. 2300 RPMs. And I think we're going to go for 50 degrees rich of peak kind of arrangement. And the EGT is down here. Okay, pulling out the red one that you can see it down there. Not getting a lot of. Ooh, it just dropped right away. So where's peak? Peak is right about where it's at, right there. That's about peak. Yeah, that's what you get for being at a low altitude, I guess. Okay, so we'll go. Oh, it's not gonna go rich of peak. It's basically at peak. That's weird. Okay, we'll go a little lean of peak then, because I'm not getting much action otherwise. Okay, sure. And the cylinder head temperature seems pretty low, so we might go ahead and put the. Well, you can't see anything with this here. Okay, we're gonna put the cowl flap in a little bit. And I'll just close it, and then we'll look at the temperature later and see what it's doing, if anything. All right, how we doing? We got what, 12 minutes to probably the waypoint, right? Yeah, to VCN in 20, almost 29 miles. Okay. We got a blinky. Pulling 138 over the ground. That's not tremendous. There's a bit of a headwind when I looked at on Sky Vector, so that's probably why. Another weird thing is my knob to move the heading bug. It goes so fast on here. It goes crazy. See how fast? So fast. I don't know why it's so fast, but it is. Oh, I should have looked up the frequency for VCN. You know what? Damn it. Well, let's do that real quick before I pause the recording. We'll, here, I'll just look it up real quick. VCN. It's at 115.2. 115.2. So 115.2. Ka-cha. Here we go. It's giving us some information. think, let's see, I think COM2 will operate this doodad. Let's try that. 115.2. Hit it. Yeah. Bang zoom. I can control this one with a knob as well. Okay, it says wait, it says from though. It should say to. This little from flag. I really feel like it should say to. Yeah, because we're not there yet. Why does it say from? Have we got some other ones got the same frequency, or the simulators, you know? Cattywampus. Yeah, it's showing here like we're going towards it. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because we're coming at it. We're coming at it from the north. Yeah, I set it to. I set this exactly the opposite way around. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that was just me. That was pilot error. But not the kind of pilot error that, you know, kills people. Just regular old, you know, confused pilot error. Let's see. Yeah, we may be on that heading. You know, we may be on this, you know, 201 basically. But that's not the radial we're coming at the VOR on. It'll sync up when we're leaving the VOR. I did a video on VORs. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I did. But that's how they work. So let's get an outside shot, and we'll pause the video for a while, and I'll accidentally smack into the yoke and cause the plane to jiggle. See, it's still on nav and everything. Okay, I didn't knock it off the autopilot. That's always good. Okay, prepare your ears for an outside shot. Yeah, it's still a good looking plane, even without the VTAL. There's I think it's a, A36 that comes with the simulator that has G1000s and all that. This is more fun than that. Now, you know, in real life, if you threw me in an airplane and said, you know, your life depends on making a flight in this plane, I'd probably rather have the G1000s than the newer plane, but, you know. Yeah, it's a pretty good plane still. What kind of a thumbnail are we going to have? See, I don't want to do one like last time. That would be nice and dramatic. And maybe just kind of filling the screen. There, that'd probably be a good thumbnail. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording for now and catch up with you guys when we're closer to the destination. Like I said, I'm trying to make this one short. My version of short would be, I don't know, under an hour, I guess. Alright, see you in a minute. Okay, I'm getting very close to needing to descend. Occurred to me I should probably check and see. I don't think there's going to be a tower. Oops, I just screwed up. Oh, I really didn't mean to do that. Oh, I so didn't mean to do that. I really didn't mean to do that. I really didn't mean to do that. Oh, what a waste of time. This whole thing is the ATC. Complete waste of time. Okay, I gotta get started on the descent. I'm gonna descend down to 1,000 feet for the pattern altitude. God. So stupid. I kill some of the manifold pressure now that we're going down. And then I gotta get rid of this. I mean, the airport's not gonna have a tower anyway, so this is probably all just a waste of time. Oh, look, I don't have any choices now. Okay, guess what? We're going to put it on a random frequency and switch it over so we don't have to hear them trying to call. And while I'm descending, I'll use my phone to look up what the weather is at our destination. Because, I mean, it's an air park or something anyway. It's not like they're going to have a tower. So 3-3, and hopefully I can get the weather for it. Oh, I did. Okay, it says we've got a variable wind, 6 to 12 knots, coming out of, it's not telling us where. Not telling us, it's not giving us a direction. So we don't have really enough weather. That's too bad. Guess we're gonna have to go down and take a look. Okay, descending still. 5 minutes away. Down to 2250 on the altitude. That's probably fine. I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna put on 19 psi. It'll rise as we descend, but for now, I'll put it on 19. Oh boy. Yeah, that all didn't go well. It's not like we were going to get a weather report probably anyway. But yeah, ATC really sucks. I wish I could have like an AI ATC that I could actually talk to. Of course, that might mess up how I record. I'd probably have to, I don't know, stick 2 headsets in my head or something. Or get the little device I need to record the headset while the headset's still going to the game. Still going to the simulator. I'd figure it out. It'd be worth it to try to figure it out. I know that. So, I wonder what direction the wind is. I guess we'll overfly the airport and see if we see a windsock. This rocker switch isn't working again. I'd love to be able to click on the bottom of it and zoom in, but instead I have to use the mouse wheel, and it's counterintuitive, the direction you do the mouse wheel. So, c'est la vie. Oh, you know what? I should switch tanks. Okay, so check it out. I'm going to turn on the fuel pump. I'm going to switch to the fullest tank, which is the right tank. Engine stays running. I'm going to turn the fuel pump off. Then I was poking around, and I noticed down here it says auxiliary fuel pump operation. Oh, wrong button. Take off and land with auxiliary fuel pump off, except in case of loss of fuel pressure. So I don't need to screw around with the fuel pump. Okay, about down to 1,000 feet. Guess I should be ready to capture it manually. And I got my finger over the physical altitude button if it doesn't capture. Looks like it's going to capture anyway. Yep. Okay. Let's bring our... Well, we'll see what our speed settles at. I think this is the speed for that you have to be below to do the landing gear. I'm guessing that's why there's a little notch there. That's why I was looking for that when I found the message down here about the fuel pump. So there's that. Okay, we see in the air park yet? Is that it? There, or is that it over there? I don't know. Don't quite see it yet. I'm not going to bother with the gear or anything until we're a little closer. It's 3 miles away then. I sure hope there's a windsock that I can catch a glimpse of. Oh, there it is. Okay, I think the runway runs 9 and something else. Look at my phone again. Uh-oh, there's an advertisement now. Yeah, 9 and 27. So, 27, that's like I saw on the heading bug. Alright, we're going to fly over the airport one way or another. Actually, let's switch to heading mode on the autopilot. And this is either going to be an upwind or a downwind. Now, can we see a windsock anywhere? Ooh, I do see a windsock, but will I be able to make it out? It looks like a big-time crosswind, doesn't it? Maybe a crosswind that would be a little better for 27. Yeah, it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do 27. So let's go ahead and do a crosswind right now. Oops, I forgot the thing is going super fast. Oh God, that's going to drive me crazy. I got to figure out why it's doing that. Okay, this will be a crosswind. And we'll go ahead and get some landing gear going on, although you can't see it. It's under there. If it wasn't highlighting the things that the center of my screen was resting on, it would have worked. But no. Okay, now we're going to do a downwind. Try to be gentle on the knob turning here. There we go. That'll be our downwind. Since we did the landing here, I'm going to go ahead and do the landing lights and taxi lights. Don't have to worry about the fuel pump. Oh, our speed came way down. Landing gear is super draggy. Super draggy landing gear. Yeah, I don't want to get too slow and stall on my turn. Okay, so I have it. Oh, the altimeter barometric pressure. Never set it. Look, we're only at about 600 feet according to the radar altimeter because I never set the barometric pressure on the altimeter. Isn't that stupid? Man, I can do some really stupid stuff sometimes. Can't believe I forgot that. I guess that's what happens when you don't do a checklist at all. Yeah, I never once thought about the barometric pressure. Glad this thing's got a radar altimeter. If I was trying to do some kind of an IFR thing and forgot that would be terrible. Okay, let's oh God, I hate that. Why does it do that? Okay, let's disengage the autopilot and bring it around for a base, probably right into final, I'm betting, because we were getting a little close. Oh yeah, we're definitely going base right into final. Turn it hard. Yeah, if I ever find the airport again, there it is. Yep, overshot it. Going for the approach flaps, pulling back on the manifold pressure and going full forward on the mixture and props. And pulling back on the throttle some more. Yeah, we got a massive crosswind. This is going to suck. Wondering if I shouldn't forego the final stage of flaps considering how much crosswind we have. Now, coming in high and fast. Already giving it some right rudder to try to turn us away from the wind. Unless I'm thinking backwards. No, know. We're coming in fast, though. Yeah, I'm not doing that last stage of flaps. Not with all that crosswind. Okay, cut the throttle, basically. Is there a big undulation in the middle of the runway? So that's just the way it looked. Okay, my throttle pedals got kind of stuck for some reason. That was weird. Okay, put the flaps up. Yeah, I went to try to turn, you know, stay in the middle of the runway, give it more right rudder, and it wouldn't move for a second. And then it like popped loose, which is kind of strange. Oh, I didn't turn off the yaw damper. I landed with the yaw damper on. I knew I was going to do that. That sucks. Wish I hadn't done that. Well, like I said, we were doing a fast one, not doing checklists here, so. Okay, we're officially clear of the runway. Switching the transponder back to standby. I'm turning off the strobe light, turning off the landing light. Didn't have the fuel pump on. Didn't have the pitot heat on. Okay, we'll find a place to park it and talk about it for a minute and call it quits. Yeah, this is a fun plane. I'm feeling like it might be a little superfluous, though, considering that I like the looks of the V-tail more, and it's, you know, virtually the same plane. I don't think the V-tail has a functioning radar altimeter, which was cool this time. Although the V-tail, I can make it show me the amount of fuel used easily enough, whereas this one won't. Wow, there's a plane there suddenly. I don't know where I'm supposed to park. Just park here. Okay, call it good. Parking brake. I didn't lean the mixture for taxiing. No, we didn't taxi all that much, so not that worried about it. Turning off all the lights except for the beacon light. And I'm gonna turn off the avionics. Worked this time. And I'm going to kill the mixture. And I'm gonna turn off the magnetos, alternator, or generator, whichever it is. Let's go down there and look and see what it is. Alternator. And going to turn off the beacon light, main battery. And another thing I did besides leaving the yaw damper on, I left the cow flap closed, which would have been, you know, the wrong thing to do if I was doing a go around. So yeah, plenty of stuff wrong. Doesn't matter. Can't break this plane anyway. All right. So yeah, it's the A33 from Carenado. The Bonanza A33 from Carenado. I always forget this because it's not very memorable. F33. That's right. It's an A36 is the current one. Okay. F33. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It probably looks better than the V-tail does. I don't think they have the V-tail set up to look this good. Or at least last time I was looking at it, it wasn't set up to look this good in Simulator 2024. So that would be a reason, I suppose, to have this. That the V-tail doesn't look exactly perfect yet. So yeah, maybe I'll tool around it. I'll probably do at least another leg of the, maybe the next video will be another leg of the lower 48s, now that we're in Delaware. And maybe I'll stick with this. But yeah, I wanted to try to make it a short one. Maybe it'll come in under an hour. Maybe it'll be 45 minutes. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good looking plane. Kind of cool. And I guess that's about it this time around. I'll try to make fewer mistakes next time. Probably result in a longer video, but I'll try to make fewer mistakes. Anyway, that's about it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Papa Whiskey Bravo, signing off.